Hello people of the internet. If you watched my videos, you probably realized that I really like using keyboard driven setup and don't use my mouse very often. I like terminal, I like Emacs, I like shortcuts and keybinds. And one of the tools that I use regularly is Rofi. I don't know if you know Rofi, it's basically the easiest, like the first thing you will experience with Rofi is basically an application launcher. So if I press this, you can see I have this dialog where I can type something and run the tool, right? So it's a very simple application launcher. One of the cool features is it supports fuzzy findings. So I can start writing from the middle and it still finds, right? So it's really cool. Recently, last year probably, I wrote, but Rofi is not an application launcher. Rofi is basically this tool that you can pass some output into and it will display it and then run an action based on that. But so the action and the input can be anything. So you could have seen on internet many scripts for like password selection and I don't know, bookmarks selection and power menus and like many stuff. Personally, I wrote a script that is for selecting my password. So when I'm logging somewhere, I can, for example, like press this and it will type out my email password into the dialog. So you can do things like that. And today I would like to do a quite simple script that opens a Copr project based on its name. So if I log out to Copr, give me a sec. So you can now see I press this and it will type out my fast password. And I will type my token here. Right, so these are my projects. Right, I have 22 pages of my Copr projects. So I would like a dialog that feeds me the list of the projects there, allows me finding between them and opening the project that I select. Should be easy enough. Let's try to code that. So if I jump to Emacs, this is the script that I use for selecting the passwords. So I will do it in a similar way. Let's keep it on the right so that we can use that as an inspiration. And we will do Rofi Copr, for example. Now, the script can be, of course, in any language you want. I will use Python. We will do, will this have any dependencies? I don't know. To do and to do. We are, maybe we can kill the buffer and open it again so that the Python mode is correctly used. Now, when I look at the original command, check this out. I'm running a subprocess here, rofi-d menu-i. I don't know why I don't use the Python Rofi package for that, but I probably had some reason. So let's stick to whatever I do here, and and do the same, right? So I guess we can basically copy paste this function here because it will definitely be the same same command here. Now let's take a, so we had a main, right? That's of course the same, and our main function. So this is basically our starting point. So first we get a list of passwords here, then we use the Rofi function, this one. If not Rofi password, so basically somebody presses escape, then this happens. Otherwise we get the okay, I understand. We get the value, so we need to show whatever the password is and then do the action. So it seems to be quite easy, right? So first, let me take a look what values the pass list returns. So it's passwords. We're appending password. Okay, so it's basically just a list of password names. Okay, so we can basically do just a list of Copr projects, right? So we can do def Copr projects, and we can do for some owner name. That would be nice. Now we can import from Copr.v3 import client, and we can do client equals client, create from config file, and now we can do client project proxy dot get list, or get all. I think it's get list. I don't know why I didn't get any completion. Get list, and it wants owner name, and the pagination is optional. Owner name is optional too, so it can if you are basically, we are creating the client from a config file, and you can have your username in the config file, and therefore it would automatically know. So we don't have to specify it, but we will, I guess. We can do like none here maybe, and specify it here. So basically with this we will return the list of the projects, I guess. So if we do projects equal Copr projects, and we can do for myself and press put a debugger here. So we need to go to wherever my script is located, I guess .files bin, local bin, right? So everything is executable, but not this one. Chmod plus x, owner of Copr. Oh, yeah, okay, there is a lot of mess. This is my .files directory, by the way, so these are my personal .files. You can find them. Here, right? All of my .files. The most interesting ones are probably my qtile config, my tmax config, and my emacs config. Yeah, probably. Anyway, so we can run the script, right? And we should get a debugger, and it takes some time because it queries Copr, so it does a network request. I don't know if it will be a problem or not. I hope not. I don't know. Now if we do projects, right? We have a list of all projects. How many of them? 200. That seems to be basically all of them. Roughly, I guess. I hope. We could do the math, right? 20 projects or 10, I guess 20 projects and 22 pages. You can count that. I will not. So we have the list of projects. Now we are of course interested in the names only. So we will do X for X in this one, and the X will be full name, probably. We can, yeah, let's kill this and let's try again. So projects, and it's a list of projects, cool. Now we can of course do the same that we do for the Rofi pass, which is basically this, and password will not be a password but project, or a full name basically. Rofi for projects. If not project, then sysexit makes sense. Sys import sys, like this one. If we kill this and run again, we should, oh, check this out. So I have this, I can do foo, and if I do now pp project, it's firstix foo, the one we selected. Perfect. Now, what happens if I kill this and press escape? Okay, we don't have any output, but it exited with an exit, non-zero exit status, because see this this red one, it is my custom prompt configuration, but if we do this one, you can see the exit status was 1. So, and the green one means it's 0, right? So we now have a project, a variable, which contains the selected full name. So now we need to basically have a function open in browser URL, so some URL. This will need to do something, and we will also need to have a full URL for the project. So I'm thinking maybe this one was incorrect. If we do this and we want to, I should have saved it. So let's say project. Now, do we have a project 0 URL? Something like that? Projects 0 doesn't have a URL. If we do foo pp foo dict, do we have the URL for the project? We don't. That's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? For example, when we work with the Bugzilla API, it always had web URL parameter, which contained the link where you can see it in the browser. We don't have that in Copr. That's quite sad. That's quite sad. We need to construct that URL manually then. That's okay. So we need to have a function Copr URL for project, right? And maybe we could do project. Okay, that's cool, that's fine. let's do this one. So here, right, we list all, I fucked up, give me a sec, and let's go through it one more time. We get a list of projects, we prompt the user and get the selected one, so the project contains the name of the project only, and then we need to construct URL, right, for that project, and then we need to open in browser that URL, simple as that, right? So nothing complicated about this. So the only thing that we need to do now is to implement these two functions. So we need to construct a Copr URL for a given name. So that should be easy. If I open some random project and I take this, this is how the URL looks like, right? Now, we know that in project we have owner name / project name. So we can basically do this format project, right? And that would be it. But Copr has multiple instances out in the wild. So we have like the production one, we have the staging one, we have internal Red Hat instance. There is also some open Euler instance, and there is a lot of instances. So I'm probably only interested in the production Fedora one, but let's write it in a way it supports multiple instances. So if we go here, let's do, I don't want to load that client twice. Oh well, screw it. Let's load the client twice, it doesn't matter. We are not very worried about performance here. So we create the client, and now I want to take a look at the client information, and I hope I will not leak anything, actually. So pp client config. I really don't want to print the whole config because I'm afraid it contains some information about my token. But if I do Copr URL, yeah, that's the URL of the instance we work with. I don't want to show you the whole dict because it could contain some login information. So I guess that's that. So check this out. It's basically the base URL, so it replaces this. Okay, so we go here and we do O1. This O1 here, O0, O1, right? Sorry. And we will do the formatting like this, and we have the URL constructed. So I guess we can return the URL now. That should be good enough. We can test that, why not? So if we put the debugger here, kill this, I think this dialog, the quit anyway one, is a new one because I'm so not used to pressing Y. I think it must be a new one since Fedora 4.3 because I always forget to press the Y. Anyway, if we do, let's do first Copr pp URL and click it. we go to Frostix Copr. Nice. Nice, cool, 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 cool. Now we need to implement the last function, open in browser. And this is the hardest part, obviously. So it will probably be some xdg open something. Let's ask what Linux. I think it will be xdg open. Command can I use to open a link, a URL in the default web browser? xdg open, as I said, only the link. Cool, okay, I thought it would be more complicated than this. So we will try. I hope it won't open Chrome or some shit and actually uses my Zen, so we will see. Okay. So can this be just run and a list? So xdg open what? The second parameter will be the URL, and that's it. I mean, we can return it. I don't know if run I guess returns some stuff, so some result, probably the status code. So if we do this, open in browser, okay. Let's kill this, run again. So let's do foo, done, easy. Simple as that. That's really cool. I like this. I like this very much. It didn't redirect me to the browser because it is on a different workspace in Qtile, but of course I will not run this from the command line, right? I will run it from my keybind from a system. So I will be looking at the browser and I will then press the keybind and it will open it. So I think that's cool. Now, I wanted to test one more thing. Does it show group projects or not? So if I do, no. Yeah, it doesn't show group projects, and that would be really nice. And I don't know if we can implement. I don't know if we can implement that or not. By the way, I want to see what's here. So if we do foo and pdb and pass, so we will do this. So for example, this one, pp foo. So there is a completed process, and we can check the return code. Right. Okay. So we can do that. Same as here. So result, if result return code is not 0, then we sysexit 1. That makes sense. Cool. Cool. We can remove this. Yeah, and the groups now. Okay. We will not need this script anymore because it's really easy. By the way, the dependencies is sudo dnf install python 3 Copr. And we should write open. By the way, I wrote a similar thing some time ago for uLauncher. So basically it's the same thing but for Copr. I want to use the same description, I guess, and we will do just open Copr projects in the web browser. Yeah, that's cool. So we can close this, this, and this, and we can close also this. Group projects, right? I forgot for the third time probably. Now let's take a look at Copr. Copr. Proxies project, and what if I kill this and I run Copr list? Will this show my project, my group projects or not? So this is my personal projects. Like I don't see the usernames there, only the project names. So I suppose, yeah, it doesn't show it. That tells me we are probably screwed. Username or group name that you would like, or so we of course could specify any owner name we want. So if we specify, check this out, if we specify Copr, for example, it will work too. And here we see Copr projects, and we can probably open them as well. Not found. Oh, because the URL is incorrect for groups. Yeah, we should probably fix that. So that's an easy fix. If you take a look here, Copr is slow. If we open some Copr project and copy the URL, so this is how the URL looks for a group project. So hostname / Coprs / G / the owner name without the @ sign, and then project name. So we will do a similar thing. Let's say if at let's do project, first letter of the project, it's a full name, so it's owner name / project name. So if first letter equals at, then project equals project replace letter or character at with G / yeah, I think that's it, I guess. Right, so if we run it again and do, let me close this so we are not confused, and do it again, and let's do, I wanted the ping one. Yep, and we are at Copr ping, so it works perfectly. So this was easy, right? This is not the hard part. The problem is, I mean, we can show for the user or for the group. However, I would like to show all projects for owned by my user, but also all projects owned by any group that I'm in, right? That would make sense. But I guess we don't have an API call for getting the groups. If we take a look here, build monitor package, maybe the general one. So auth home, auth check, username, new token. Yeah, that's bad because we don't have anything related to we don't have anything related to groups, so that sucks. that sucks. I would need to hard code them manually, basically. And I will probably do that, even though it sucks, but I guess because I'm in 4 groups, I don't change them very often, so I think it's fine to specify. It will be multiple, it will be more requests though. Yeah, anyway, so we will try this. We will do projects equal and empty list, and we will projects extend by let's do it more intelligently. So owner names, or maybe just an owner name. Shit, I cannot type owner name in a list of owner names. So that will be Frostix, which is myself, and the group Copr, and the group Fedora review. I don't care about the format. I never search anything in that, so let's not slow this down even more. So let's do, for this, we will get the projects for that owner name, and we will projects extend that list, extend the project list by these. And now we should have a list of all those. The problem is they are done sequentially and not in parallel, so it will be slower than it needs to be, but I think we can live with that. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is slow as shit though. Oh, this is really slow. What the hell? Was it the Fedora review? The Fedora review has a lot of projects. So if we do Copr, it finds Fedora review. There is a lot. Yeah. Okay, so we have Fedora projects. That's cool. The thing is, let's open the groups and take a look how many projects they have. So, oh, Fedora review has a lot of pages. Copr has literally no projects, it's just 2 pages. So yeah, it is very slowed down by the Fedora review group. So we will get rid of it and run it again. Yeah, okay, so it's slow. It's slow, but I think it's reasonably slow. So if we go Frostix, Copr, it opens, and if we do again and do Copr def, for example, it opens. Nice. That's cool. That's cool. So I wanted to do one more thing though. What is? Yeah, I wanted to take a look. Can I show a Rofi window and stream input to it while it is already displayed? That would be, no, not really. Okay. Okay, so this is, yeah, we would probably need to do some async stuff to maybe first open the window. And then display the projects. What happens, by the way, if we call Rofi twice? So if we call now Rofi with foo and bar, okay, so it is, oh, so it launches a second Rofi. Okay. You can use monitor E or D menu modes with a generator script. You can regenerate the menu repeatedly by rerunning Rofi. Oh no. This is how dynamic menus work, right? Okay, so that's a different use case actually. Because that would be, for example, I create a menu. It asks me what I want to do. So for example, specify password or go to projects in Copr or something like that, and then it will run the script. So that's different. We will probably code something like this in the future, but that's not useful for this very moment. However, I don't really mind, like 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds is good enough. Like I press the keybind and I know it will appear in a few seconds. It's fine. It's a bit clunky, but it's not supposed to be for actual users, right? It's just for myself, so we can tolerate this. Anyway, we will remove this smoke or bullshit call. Now let's put it to my qtile config, right? If we go to .files, qtile config, I have probably some Rofi, yeah. So here is my keybind for Rofi password selector, which is the Windows button and P. I don't know what keybind can we use for this. I should probably start using some what is it called? A sequence or chords? Key chords, like in Emacs. So for example, I can press Alt A and then S and it opens Slack. So I think we can do similar thing for C, and I should like Copr, and I should probably figure that out in some holistic way later, but for the time being, let's do Alt A and then C for Rofi Copr, which is this one. Do I have a typo here? If yes, my qtile could crash and we will be fucked because of the recording, so I hope it's just fine. Okay, here goes nothing. Okay, cool. Are we still recording? I think yes, everything works. Cool. There is some see this, I think it's from Battle.net or something like, it's a bug, it doesn't really matter now. We are hopefully ending, so Alt-A, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, doesn't work. It doesn't work. So is this path correct though? It is not. Home cheek dot local bin Rofi Copr, and we're running Rofi Copr. What the hell, ls? So we have a Rofi pass here. What? Because I didn't run my yeah, I didn't run my stow. I didn't run stow. I don't want to do that though. I will, because I have some unresolved conflicts there. So we will, for the time being, use this path, Rofi Copr. This path, we can of course do at least this. Yeah, it works. So we'll take this, put it here instead of that. So I guess hopefully it is correct now. Let's restart Qtile. I hope we are still recording. So let's go here. Alt-A, C, 1, 2, 3. The menu is here, and we can open Frostix RPKG. Frostix RPKG. Bam, it's here. Perfect. It works exactly how I want it to, and I think this is good enough for me today. We should probably also commit this. So untracked files, Rofi. Why I don't see it here? I think my bin directory is git ignored. That will be it. Git status, this one. Git add, this one. Yep. It is git ignored, so we will do this. Now it is staged, git diff cached. Cool. What is it complaining about? Pipe and popen is not okay. We can remove these. Okay, cool. Rofi, yeah, this is it. So we have the stage changes here. Okay, and we will commit this. I think my convention here is to put bin. Bin implement add or initial version of Rofi Copr. I think it's good enough. And I think we can push that. All right, one more time. C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Frostix tracer. It's here. All right, that's all. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.